Hey boys and girls, hope you're doing well. So I called the company up that I bought the vacuum cleaner off, and I said, guys, come on, you've sent me two vacuum cleaners, what's the deal? And the guy on the phone was like, wow, you've actually helped me solve a mystery here. Basically, the second vacuum cleaner that I got was supposed to be for another lady, and they sent it off to Parcel Force, who are like the delivery guys, and instead of putting her address on it, they just put my address on it. So I got two vacuum cleaners. So I think I made the right choice there, guys. If I'd have kept it, or if I'd have sold it, or given it away, then that poor lady, she would have been without a vacuum cleaner, and the company would have probably have to send her another one and then lose the entire profit on the first one. So yeah, I think I did the right thing, guys. My guilty conscience was playing on me now. I just thought, I've got to call these guys and just tell them that they sent me two. And it was the right move. Everyone's happy. They came and collected it. GG. It's all good. Anyways, I went to see Star Trek Into Darkness at the weekend. IMAX 3D, of course. Got myself a massive hot dog, mustard, tomato sauce. I don't like onions, so there were no onions on there. But that film is awesome. Bit predictable, but what do you expect? It's like a big summer action blockbuster movie. J.J. Abrams, a little predictable, but the visuals, the acting was brilliant. The sound effects, the music, it's just a really cool, like rip-roaring adventure thrill ride. I was never bored. I never thought, oh god, I wish I wasn't watching this scene right now. It just kept me entertained the whole way through. It was a brilliant film. And I'm not really a big advocate of 3D, but if you go and see 3D on an IMAX screen, then it's just so superior to like anything else. I've seen like 3D in normal cinema screens, and I just think, well, it's a bit of a distraction. It doesn't really add anything to the film. But if you go and see it in an IMAX theater with proper 3D, it's just incredible. I mean, it takes like a few minutes to just get used to it and acclimatize your eyes to it, but you just totally forget after all. You just get completely immersed in the film. So as a rating, I've got to give Star Trek Into Darkness 4.5 bananas out of 5 bananas. Now, a lot of people say you can't really have a half banana because it just doesn't make sense. But I can't give it a 4 out of 5 bananas because 4 doesn't seem like it's enough. Whereas 5, it's not a perfect movie. There's always room for improvement. So 4.5 bananas out of 5 bananas from me. Some people won't agree. Some people think it was a bit too predictable or a bit cheesy, whatever. But to me, it was sort of similar to the Avengers in a lot of ways. Just a bit of a lull. Lots of emotional scenes, wicked action scenes. If you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it. It's awesome. 4.5 bananas out of 5. Wicked. Anyways, the game you're seeing here is a free-to-play game called WarFrame. It's available on PC. You can download it individually or you can get it on Steam, which I think most people will do. Bit of a co-op game. You can play it on your own if you want, but it's all about co-op. That's where the fun's at. You team up with some mates and player versus environment. So it's a bit like an MMO in that respect, but it's on Unreal Engine 3, so you've got all these nice shooting mechanics. There's no sort of like lock-on attacks in a lot of conventional MMOs. You have to actually aim yourself using the mouse, and there's hit scan damage and like projectile damage. So it's pretty cool, man. I'm sure some of you have already heard of this game and probably played it already, especially as it's free to play. But I like free to play games on PC because it just gives new PC players a chance to just dip their toe in the water and just get used to it. Maybe get used to the keyboard mouse controls if they've used a controller on console before. So I'm always up for checking out free to play games, basically. Your average sort of game in Warframe goes like this. So you team up with 3 other people, so 4 players. You're these ninja dudes. They sort of look a bit like Grey Fox from Metal Gear Solid, if you've ever played that. But you spawn into a level and you've got an objective. So it might be go and assassinate this dude, or it might be go and rescue a VIP, or it might just be like go and blow these things up and then just get out of there. There's a couple of different enemy factions that you fight against. There's like these robot dudes, zombies, and also these genetically decayed humans. So a bit of variation in there too. There's also different levels of baddies. So sometimes you might get a boss or like a mini boss, and then you'll get like an average grunt or like a flying robot that will just annoy you with laser beams, but it doesn't really take that much damage, so you can take it out pretty quick. So each level is like a progressive system. You gain XP, you can also level up your weapons as well. So there's a lot of MMO traits in there that if you play MMOs, then you'll be used to them and you'll understand them. But if you're new to this sort of game, then it's pretty easy to understand and pick up anyways. So yeah, pretty cool. In terms of customization to your character, just to make yourself a bit more unique in the world, because obviously there's a lot of people playing this game, there's quite a few ways in which you can customize things. You've got the basic stuff like the colours, so you can change the highlights, the colour of your armour, you can go with a pink guy, you can make yourself look like a yellow Power Ranger if you wanted to. Who wouldn't want to do that? Your character also gets 4 unique powers, and you can upgrade those, you can switch them out. As you level up, you'll get new powers unlocked, so you've got like massive jumps or big sword swipes that just take out anyone in your way. You can see there's an example of one of those. The weapons as well, plenty of choice in here. As you can see here, I've gone for a bow and arrow, because why not? That's fucking baller. Everyone knows that a bow and arrow makes you 10 times cooler and makes a game 10 times better. Recent examples include Far Cry 3, Crysis 3, Tomb Raider reboot, yeah, all had bows. What did those games not have before? Bows. Now they've got bows. They're 10 times better. It's all about the bows, guys. I've gone for like some close range dual shotgun pistol thingies, so if I miss with my bow and arrow and shit gets real, I can just whack out those bad boys and just blast some people in the face. That's fine. The melee weapon that you have as well, now most people have swords, so you can get to like axes. I've gone for like a dual wield here. They do a lot of damage close range. You can also hold down your melee attack to do like a massive damage move that'll just slice multiple opponents up. You can get swords that set people on fire. You can get a sword that has like a really big wind up time, but it does like a massive amount of damage. So the customization is really all about just making your Warframe unique to you. You know, whatever suits your style. You want to be a stealth guy, you can do that. You want to be a action melee guy, go for that as well. It's entirely up to you. There's plenty of options in there. You also get these little sentinels as well. Now these are essentially like pets. I know in a lot of MMOs you can get a pet which will like follow you around and do damage for you, heal you, whatever. Yeah, a very similar sort of thing in Warframe. This guy that I've got here is just a little dude that follows me around, and occasionally he'll do a bit of damage to enemies that are around me. So nice and simple, just a bit of a backup, and yeah, it's cool just seeing him floating around there, man. I'm gonna call that one Billy, I think. It's a good name. As I mentioned earlier, you are a bit of a ninja dude, so you can do stuff like wall running, and you can jump in the air, you can slide, and of course you can fire your guns and shoot attacks out whilst you're doing all this stuff, because what would be the point if you couldn't? So yeah, you can pull off some pretty stylish moves here, guys. Makes you feel like a bit of a badass cyborg ninja dude. I'm enjoying it. There was a big update released recently called Rise of the Warlords, which has got like a load of new features in there, and also like a dojo where you can do 1v1, so that's like PvP stuff, which I'm really interested in. I'm probably going to be covering that in another video. I just wanted to put this video out there as a bit of a introduction to the game, just show you guys what it's like, and also you know, you can go and check this game out yourself if you fancy it. I definitely recommend playing with friends. Like I said before, it's way more fun if you're on like Skype or TeamSpeak with some mates. You can just party up with random people, but you know, it's not the same, is it? It's all about co-op and just messing around with your mates. That's where these sort of games are the best. So yeah, go and check it out. It's warframe.com. All the details are in the description as well if you're interested. Sweet, so I'm going to start wrapping things up now, guys. Look out for part 2 of my Star Trek The Game playthrough with Tommy Rage. It's a pretty funny one. The game breaks so many times and leads to some pretty hilarious situations, so don't miss out on that. Also, a new Daisy Hive Bandits, which is nearly complete. It's an absolute blaster of an episode. We've got planes flying into helicopters, we've got stupid voices going on, we've got murdering a group of 12-year-olds. It's all good, guys. Okay, that should be coming out in a few days, so please watch out for that. It's going to be a wicked episode of Hive Bandits. Really looking forward to releasing that. Sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your rating and a comment if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.